Hey y'all, it's Rob with the 5th of November Project, another quick here video. Um, I'm gonna get more consistent with posting content, trying to keep up on what's going on with the Trump regime. There's a lot of stuff going on. I've heard a few people in the new media sector talk about uh, that Trump is just doing all kinds of insane stuff. And there's just no way to keep track of it all of the crazy shit that they're doing, all of the illegal anti-constitution shit that they're doing. One thing haven't talked about as much, and this is also because I haven't been consistent with getting videos posted, but I'm gonna do a better job with that. Is are the LGBTQ community. So this is just gonna be a real quick here video. Um, so as you know, the LGBTQA community, especially trans folks, man, they've taken a shit from a beating from Trump. The focus on them as a problem. I don't know personally any directly personally. I know some people that I've in the past that I've known that are transitioning or have transitioned. Also know I don't have anybody directly in my life right now that's gay, but I do know a lot of folks that are. So it's um, to pretend that it doesn't to say that it doesn't impact me directly just because nobody in my life directly is gay or is um, uh, transitioning, is transgender, whatever these all these terms that get thrown around. I think the core problem is that we forget that these folks are just people, man. They're they're fucking people that just want to live their lives. They whatever they maybe two guys that fall in love with each other, two women, or a person that feels more comfortable in a male body than they do in a female body. And this is going to be, I don't have the mask with me, but this goes where the split between religion and evolution comes into. We know that evolution is as much, I wouldn't say good, but as much as like things seem to work, there's a lot of things that don't work, and it's just part of the process because it is hit or miss. Um, and we know that there's lots of gay animals in I think it's over 600 species exhibit gay behavior in the natural world. So, and then when you talk about somebody that's not comfortable as a woman in a, they feel like they're a woman but they're trapped in a male body, or vice versa. Okay, man, that doesn't affect me. Um, there's a lot of things we don't know. I know there's a lot of stuff that gets thrown around about gender and sex and those things, and I'm not going to get into that. My core with this quick video is just it's about basic human rights. I don't give a shit about all the other stuff, man. Just leave these people. These people are not a fucking problem, man. They just want to live their lives, be comfortable in their bodies, be comfortable with who they love. It's a religious thing in a lot of cases that's causing problems, and the reason I'm kind of focusing on this was something that I had kind of fallen asleep on a little bit, and I apologize to folks I know out there that are, being affected by this. There was, as of today, there are 527 anti-LGBTQ bills that have been filed in the U.S. Now, many of them have been defeated. Some have not yet. Um, I looked at my home state of Virginia, and I've got to say I'm surprised but not surprised. There were 17 bills. Luckily, they've all been defeated as of the February session. I know with our wonderful bootlicking Governor Glenn Youngkin, big surprise there. He's Ron DeSantis. He's like Ron DeSantis light, where he's like a bad clone of Ron DeSantis. He wants to be DeSantis. He wants to be Trump, but he's just not that bright. To be very honest with you, I don't. He's basically a bootlicking idiot. But that being said, the Republicans are still pushing, even in my home state, which I was totally unaware of. So that's one of the reasons I'm posting this is the trenches, man. We talk about focusing on things nationally, and there's a lot of horrible shit going on nationally, but we got to look at the trenches too, and in our home areas, our home states, protecting those around us. I'm gonna get more into. It's just like I said, there's just so much shit to cover. The the quote, I think it's basically associated with Steve Bannon, is, and Steve Bannon is definitely a person that we all want to look up to for sure. That piece of shit, but it's essentially a goes back to, like I said, just throwing a bunch of horrible shit out there, and the left wing folks that are trying to fight back. There's just so much shit we can't keep track or keep up with it all. Um, so I'm going to try to do my part just to make you guys aware. You can go out to the ACLU website. You can look at the bills. I'm not going to get into the specifics of these. They're all fucking horrible. That's all you need to know. Everything from like trying to ban gender affirming care. There's tax on gay marriage. Trans people have really taken a hit. It's like the main focus of a lot of the created anger from the left wing is on trans people, because they know religious people are fucking gullible and stupid. I'm sorry, religious people, Christians, you guys, you get sucked up in one cult with Christianity, and now you have your heads up Trump's ass too in the MAGA cult, and I'm sorry, not sorry, man. You guys are a fucking cancer. You're trying to take away rights from people that should just be left alone. But if somebody comes after your religion, you fucking shit yourselves with persecution complex. I'm so tired of that too, and I'm gonna do more of a video on the religious bullshit. Really lost a lot of respect for most Christians. There's some good ones out there, and I don't want to say all Christians are bad, all religious people are bad, but the majority of American Christians are fucking trash. That's just the simple truth, and you can write that down. They're like their personal orange Jesus. He's a piece of trash. All his little minions, Musk, Vance, Rubio. That they talk about one, and I'm going to talk about this guy more in a video in the next day or so. Is Tom Hallman, the border czar guy? What a piece of work this piece of shit is. And he's a fucking walking trash can. And again, sorry for the swearing. Not something I want to do in these videos, but this shit just really pisses me off, and I don't know how else to be, because so many innocent people that don't need to be victimized by this insanity are just getting thrown under the bus for no reason. And it's just, and I'm getting back into my artwork too. This mask represents all the LGBTQ folks, the nameless ones that are out there fighting or have been victimized. I've even heard some stuff where they're trying to pass conversion therapy pills to bring that fucking shit back. If you don't know what conversion therapy is, I would suggest look it up. The basics of it involves electrostimulus to try to change somebody from being gay to straight. It's fucking horrible. It doesn't work. It's the most legal form of fucking torture. And again, this comes from the Christians in America. It's something that a lot of them sick fucks love. So again, not trying to rip on all Christians here, but those of you that, if you do watch my videos and you're religious, religion's a huge problem in America, man. And it ain't something these folks are twisted sick fucks. They're trying to take away rights from people. I mean, to try to be bringing back conversion therapy. Again, if you don't know what conversion therapy is, I've given a very light definition of it. Look it up. It's basically torture, and it's just ridiculous it's even on the table again. So I'm going to cut it off with this because I'm just really frustrated. Going to try to plan out some stuff for the next couple of days to talk about. Like I said, there's just so much to cover. So, keep everybody in your thoughts when you're out there. Be active, make calls, do whatever you can to help folks out. Remember, we got to lift up people, and we also have to remember to rise up to fight back when we need to. So keep that in mind. Rise up, lift up. That's the basic message of my channel. Trying to keep you guys informed. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.